first grade. I hope you're ready to start a new week of distant learning. That means you're learning at your house and I'm teaching at my house, but together we have a lot of fun things to go over and some new activities in our Google Classroom. So a lot of things for us to learn this week. And we're going to walk through a couple of them. We're going to talk a little bit about it, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. This week in reading, we're talking about the main idea. Remember, the main idea is what the author wants you to know. And we talked a lot about this in class. In fiction text, there's a main idea, and in nonfiction text. What is the author telling us? What was the story about? What did the author want us to know? What did he or she teach us in the story? So while you do your reading this week, I want you to be thinking about, what does the author want me to do? What's the big idea of the story? And for some of our nonfiction text, some of our chapter books or bigger books, you may even find that chapters or sections of the book have their main idea. So I found this book, Football Like a Pro. I can already make a prediction. I think this book is going to teach us about football. I think the main idea is going to be how to play football. But if I look at this chapter here, it's called Chapter 3, How to Hang On to the Ball. That gives me another clue. I think the author is going to talk about how to hang on to the ball. There's only one way to find out. We've got to read the book. So let's take just a little section here and see. Hold on tight, it says. I'll try to see if you can kind of see it there with me. The first step in carrying the football correctly is to place one point of the ball in your palm. Your wrist and arm should curve around the ball, forming a sort of cradle. Use this cradle to hold the ball tightly against your body. Place your other hand or arm in front of it or on top of the ball for extra protection. So as a reader, I'm thinking, what is the author talking about? What is he trying to tell me? What is he teaching me? And in this section of the book, he's teaching me how to carry a football. He's teaching me how to hold a football. So the main idea of this section goes right back to my heading, how to hang on to the ball. In this part of the book, the author's teaching us how to carry a football so we don't drop it. Today in your reading, or this week throughout your reading, there's a song about main idea. There's a little video and a little lesson all about finding and practicing finding the main idea in our reading. In math this week, we are talking about the 120s chart. So we're counting to 120 and you're starting at different numbers. So if you remember, we would practice counting by 2s, 5s, 10s, and we would talk about looking at a number on a hundreds chart. So starting at 25, for example, 1 greater than 25 is 26, 1 less is 24, 10 less is 15, 10 more is 35. So we talked about counting by tens, goes up and down the chart. Counting by ones, we get greater across the chart. While you're finishing your activities and your lessons on counting, challenge yourself to count by tens, fives, twos. Challenge your family to give you a number. Say what number is 10 more, what number is 10 less. That'll be good practice for this week. We're going to do a lot of review this week in phonics, phonemic awareness, and in writing. Phonics and phonemic awareness. In phonics, which is our foundations, you're experts at foundations. You are great at those sounds, spelling, and marking. So we're going to give you opportunities to practice that. We have some new videos. Miss C has done some videos so you can hear those sounds again and practice those words. There's some words on our document, a word bank, where you can have a family member ask you how to spell a word. You can show them how you spell it and how you mark that word. Phonemic awareness, again, some review. We're going to practice hearing those sounds at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the word. You'll have some IXL activities where you can go in and plug in those sounds in those words to help you hear those patterns. There'll be some writing. There'll also be some syllables. Great review, good practice. And then in writing, you get a choice. So you're going to get a writing board where you can choose your topic. And if there's nothing on the examples, go ahead and make up something that you'd like to write about. But your challenge this week is to write a focus sentence. And that's a little tricky. That means you're going to start your writing by telling your audience what you're going to be talking about. So if you were going to talk about going to the park, you may start your journal entry or your writing with, I like to do 3 things at the park. Now, I, as your reader, know you are going to tell me 3 things you like to do at the park. I know what you're going to tell me about. So kind of start with that focus sentence and go from there. All right, first grade, your challenge of the week is to take an empty toilet paper roll and turn it into anything. Anything you can think of. Be creative. You can use all kinds of materials and tools to change it into something from your imagination. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Go ahead and take a picture of yourself with your creation. You can send them to me through email, Remind, or Google Classroom. I'll put them all together and post them on Google Classroom so we can see all the great ideas that we came up with. Work hard this week. Keep doing such a great job. I'm proud of you and your families for all the good things that you're doing, and I will talk to you soon.